Unit 16, Real Estate Appraisal, second section. The formula to calculate accrued depreciation. The effective age divided by the total economic life multiplied by the reproduction cost new. Effective age divided by total economic life times reproduction cost new. Formula, alternate accrued depreciation. Reproduction cost new divided by total economic life equals annual depreciation times effective age equals estimated total accrued depreciation. Potential gross income. The total annual income a property would produce if it were fully rented and no collection losses were incurred is called potential gross income. Effective gross income. When vacancy and collection losses are deducted from annual PGI and any income from other sources, example, laundry, vending machines, parking, is added, the result is annual effective gross income. Vacancy and collection losses consist of the expected income loss that will result from occasional turnover of renters and periodic vacancies, as well as the likelihood that not all rental income will be collected. Even when a property is 100% occupied, the probability of continuous total occupancy is unlikely. Therefore, some vacancy and collection losses always should be deducted from PGI. Formula, effective gross income. Potential gross income minus vacancy and collection losses plus other income equals effective gross income. So it's PGI minus vacancy and collection plus other income equals effective gross income. Net operating income. Net operating income is the income remaining after subtracting all relevant operating expenses from EGI. Operating expenses are grouped into three separate categories. 1. Fixed expenses are costs that do not fluctuate with operations or occupancy level, for example, property taxes and hazard insurance. 2. Variable expenses fluctuate based on occupancy level, for example, utilities, maintenance, management, supplies, janitorial, and garbage collection. 3. Reserve for replacements. The term reserve for replacements refers to a reserve allowance that provides for the periodic replacement of building components, such as roof coverings and heating and air conditioning equipment that wear out at a faster rate than structural components. Formula, net operating income. Effective gross income minus operating expenses equals NOI. All costs of mortgage expense, depreciation, income taxes, capital improvements, personal expenses, and business-related expenses such as payroll and advertising that do not contribute to actual operation of the property are business expenses, not operating expenses. Depreciation does not involve an outlay of cash and is not used to calculate NOI. Formula, overall capitalization rate. Net operating income divided by your value or sale price equals overall capitalization rate. Net operating income divided by value equals overall capitalization rate. Formula, direct capitalization. Your cap rate times your value equals NOI. NOI divided by value equals cap rate. NOI divided by cap rate equals value. So cap rate times value equals NOI. NOI divided by value equals cap rate. NOI divided by cap rate equals value. Gross rent multiplier. Gross rent multiplier relates sale price to monthly rental income. The GRM is a simple substitute for the income cap analysis for 1 to 4 unit residential rental properties. Formula, gross rent multiplier. Sale price divided by gross monthly rent equals gross rent multiplier. Formula, estimated market value. Rental income multiplied by market area GRM equals estimated value. Formula, gross income multiplier. Sale price divided by gross annual income equals gross income multiplier. Gross annual income times market GIM equals value. Automated valuation models. The automated valuation model is a data analysis that is compiled using a computer database of closed sales. AVMs are used by lenders in situations where the expense of an appraisal may not be warranted. For example, if a homeowner is applying for a home equity loan and the combined loan-to-value ratio of the first mortgage and the home equity loan are below certain risk levels, the lender may forego a formal appraisal. Summary of important points. Real estate licensees who conduct real estate appraisals are required to comply with U.S. PAP. Appraisal reports involving a federally related transaction must be prepared by a state-certified or licensed appraiser. Market value is the most probable price that a property should bring in a competitive and open market under all conditions requisite to a fair sale, with the buyer and the seller each acting prudently and knowledgeably and assuming the price is not affected by undue stimulus. Value is determined by what consumers are willing to pay in the marketplace. Price refers to the amount of money actually paid, and cost is the total expenditure to create the improvement. An over-improvement occurs when an owner invests more money in a structure that can reasonably be expected to be recaptured. To have value, goods and services must possess 4 traits: demand, utility, scarcity, and transferability. DUST. Demand, utility, scarcity, and transferability. Highest and best use is the most profitable use of a property. The use must be legally permissible, physically possible, and financially feasible. The 3 approaches to estimating value are the sales comparison approach, the cost depreciation approach, and the income approach. The principle of substitution is the basis for all 3 approaches. The sales comparison approach compares similar properties to the subject property. The comparable properties' sale prices are adjusted upward or downward to reflect differences between each comparable and the subject property. If a comparable is superior to the subject property on a given feature, a downward adjustment is made to the comparable. If the comparable is inferior to the subject property, an upward adjustment is made to the comp. The adjusted sale price of the comparables are reconciled using a weighted average to estimate the market value of the subject property. The cost depreciation approach estimates the market value of a property based on the cost to buy an equivalent site and to produce the structure as if new, less depreciation. Reproduction cost is the amount of money required to build an exact duplicate of the structure. Replacement cost is the amount of money required to replace a structure having the same use and functional utility as the subject property, but using modern available or updated materials. Depreciation is the loss in value. Accrued depreciation is the total depreciation that has accumulated over time. Depreciation is curable when a building component has been added or repaired and the owners are able to get their money back in added value. If the owners are not able to recoup the cost of the repaired or added item, it is said to be incurable depreciation. 3 major causes of depreciation are physical deterioration, functional obsolescence, and external obsolescence. The age-life method of estimating depreciation is based on a ratio of the property's effective age to its economic life. Effective age is the age indicated by a structure's condition and utility. Total economic life is the total estimated number of years that a structure is expected to contribute to the property's value. The income approach develops an estimated value based on the present worth of future income from the subject property. The approach capitalizes net operating income into value. Potential gross income is the total annual income a property would produce if it were fully rented and no collection losses were incurred. Effective gross income is calculated by subtracting vacancy and collection losses from potential gross income. Net operating income is the income remaining after subtracting operating expenses from EGI. The 3 categories of operating expenses are fixed, variable, and reserve for replacements. The gross rent multiplier is the ratio between a property's gross monthly rent and its selling price. The gross rent multiplier the gross income multiplier is the ratio between a property's gross annual income and its selling price. Automated valuation models are not appraisals. They do not conform to US PAP standards.